So we wrapped up our time in Phoenix. If you guys didn't know, we spent 4.5 months there. So we thought we'd take this opportunity and talk about some of our favorite things to do in Phoenix coming up. If you guys are new here, I'm Mike.
I'm Stephanie.
And we've been traveling the country since 2016.
In our camper for the past couple years. I'm a travel nurse, so we usually spend about 3 months at a place. This last assignment was in Phoenix, Arizona. We extended for a while, so we spent 4.5 months in Phoenix, Arizona.
So we thought we'd take this opportunity and talk a little bit about our favorite stuff to do there. So above all, we really like the hiking there.
Yeah.
There's hiking everywhere there, everywhere you look around. Some of our favorite places were Camelback Mountain.
Was it favorite or was it most difficult? Got it.
And we lived in Deer Valley, which is North Phoenix. So we went to a place called Deem Hills Recreation Area a lot too. Tons of hiking there as well.
Caveat on the hiking, beware rattlesnakes. We may have had a couple of encounters.
Yes,
But there's hiking literally everywhere, and we love to be outside. We're not super in shape, so even for people who don't love to hike, they're pretty simple trails too. But we barely dipped into all the hiking there.
Yeah, there's so much hiking there that it was just ridiculous. It was within 15 minutes or so of where we were living even, there's just hiking all over. So we'll put links to our favorite stuff down below here so you guys can check it out for yourselves.
The wind is a little fierce here today, ignore the hair. Kind of tied into the hiking, another place we really like to go is Papago Park. So within Papago Park there is the Phoenix Zoo, which we never ended up going to, but I've heard really good things about. The botanical gardens, which we did have the opportunity to check out, they were really cool, and I wish we could have gone back a couple different times. Callie just decided to get in the video. Everybody say hi. And then there's also just hiking trails and biking trails. A lot of people like to go to Hole in the Rock, which is literally what it sounds like, a hole in the rock, but it's a very photoed spot there.
Side note, if you want to go to the botanical gardens and you're either a resident in Phoenix or you're going to be there long term and are able to get a library card, they have passes on hold that you can check out from the local libraries, which is really cool.
They call them cultural passes, and it's not just for the botanical gardens. There's multiple different things, and the entrance fee to the botanical gardens is like $25 a person, so it's kind of on the steep side.
That's in the off season.
Yeah, that's true.
So when the butterfly gardens open up, I think it's another like $5 or something like that.
And the Christmas lights there are more expensive.
Yes.
But definitely check out local library.
Check it out. So if you're in the Phoenix area, another place to check out is the Canal Walk. The Canal Walk was a project started, I believe, by the city, and I don't know exactly how long it was, but it was just really nice to just walk along the canal, and most of it was either paved or had rock and stuff like that on it. So.
And I think when I did some research, they had plans in place. Everything's probably on hold now, but they had plans in place to pave all of it to make it more walk friendly.
And on the Canal Walk is a place called Arizona Falls, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's got a little history there about it and everything, and it's a good place to start the walk.
So another one of our favorite things to do was check out the local breweries.
A couple different ones we tried out were North Mountain, that's up by northern Phoenix. We really liked that. Full food selection. HUSS Brewery, we really liked HUSS, nice. But we only went there a couple times. Great outdoor patio, Callie loved it. Yes. But our favorite
was Front Porch Brewing. We love them. Shout out to Front Porch because they're so good to us, and we just really like going there. OHSO is very dog friendly too, which is really great for us.
They actually have treats at the front for dogs that's made out of the leftover stuff from making the beer, which Callie loved them.
So another thing that you guys should definitely check out is Cactus League, which is spring training for Major League Baseball.
I'll admit, when I heard Cactus League, I literally thought it was a league for cactuses, cacti, because I don't follow baseball.
But they start usually in mid-February, and it runs through till the beginning of regular season. So tickets are pretty cheap normally.
We saw as cheap as like $8.
Yeah.
The more popular leagues and the more popular stadiums are more expensive, but
it was really fun to go check that out, and it's usually inexpensive and stuff like that. So if you're there during February or beginning of spring, definitely check out Cactus League, even if you don't really like baseball.
I enjoyed it. I like going to baseball games. Y'all baseball fans are troopers. I can't deal with that many games in a year.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun for us to go check that out, so definitely check that out.
Another just little fun activity we did was go horseback riding, and I'm usually not a fan of like trail riding on horses, but the one that we did, we'll drop the link below, was a lot of fun. We went with a couple of our other friends there, Katie and Missy. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. Groupon is where we got the tickets for it.
Groupon's a good place to start, by the way, if you're looking for stuff in the area. We're not sponsored by them, but definitely worth checking out. We're not sponsored by them. So one thing that we actually didn't get a chance to do, but did want to check out, was hot air balloons. They're all fairly expensive, but we have talked to some people who have done the air balloon rides before and said that they would highly recommend them. So we'll throw some of those companies down below too.
Even if you don't get to ride the hot air balloons too, just watching them, especially on like Saturday mornings, even up where we were, we would see like 20 in the air, and it was just really cool.
Yeah. And that's not just a Phoenix thing, it's all over Arizona. So we saw some in Sedona, I think, and it was almost every day, it seems like, when we were at the campground, we look up and see there were hot air balloons. So definitely check that out.
Other things on my list, because we always make a list when we go to a city, were the Japanese Friendship Garden and Roosevelt Row, which is like an art district, downtown Phoenix, all the stuff that we wanted to check out, but we didn't get to simply because of time and other stuff going on.
Yeah, so COVID-19 did have a small impact on our time there. So it was about this last 6 weeks, I think we were there, or something like that.
We got to Phoenix in December and we left in beginning of April, so definitely affected it.
So if you're going to be in Phoenix long term, there's plenty of options to check out stuff around Phoenix too. So Sedona is actually a place that we did a video on, and I'll put it right here in this area. So we took the camper to Sedona and boondocked there, but Sedona is really cool.
We could have spent so much more time there.
Yeah, you could spend several days there easily. So check out Sedona.
Another thing that's close from Phoenix is the Grand Canyon, and I'm glad we got to go there. That was like our last trip before everything shut down. So if you want to check out our visit to the Grand Canyon,
it's also here.
It's also there, yeah.
But the Grand Canyon is what, 3.5 hours or so?
Yeah,
from Phoenix?
It wasn't a bad drive even with the camper.
Yeah, so definitely check out the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Also, Vegas is close to Phoenix.
Yeah,
so
we did
if
that
you're
one without
into,
the camper.
if you're into doing Vegas, definitely check out Vegas.
And then there's more national parks. Segura National Park was south of us.
Yeah. Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree was west of us. We planned to go there,
but COVID-19. So if you're in Phoenix and you're up for a road trip, there's tons of options there as well.
Let us know if we missed anything too. I feel like I feel like Arizona just has so much to offer, and we only spent 4.5 months there and really could only do things for about 3.5 months. Who knows, maybe we'll go back someday. Yeah,
it's definitely a good place to go for the winter.
Oh, it was perfect.
Yeah, the weather was amazing.
We left right when it was hitting 90 degrees. I think this week there it's like 100 degrees.
Like we said, I'm sure we missed a lot of stuff. Phoenix, there's just so much stuff to see. So maybe you can tell us your favorite thing to do in Phoenix if you've been there. Just throw that down below.
Tell us what we missed and what we have to look forward to if we ever go back.
Make sure you guys check us out next week as we hit the road to our current location. So we went from Phoenix to Indiana over the course of 4 days, 1,700 miles during all of this too, which was really kind of a challenge.
So thanks for joining us as we revisited some of our favorite things to do in Phoenix. Let us know what some of your favorite things to do are.
Yeah.
If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button if you want. We'll leave you with one of the beautiful sunsets we saw in Arizona.
And we'll see you guys next week.